the experiment, here's the result. And we'd have 2 or 3 experiments, everything from ad type to landing page content to follow-up sequence to whatever, email flow, whatever. And we'd run in these 2-week sprints, like very disciplined on hypothesis, test, outcome, hypothesis, test, outcome. Tell us an example of one of your clients that has done that kind of hypothesis, test, outcome successfully.
There's been a number of clients that have done that, but I think one that comes to mind is they're down in the U.S. and they do a lot of heavy truck parts sales. And the hypothesis, there was a number of hypotheses around the table, and one of the ones that they came out to was, let's try to inform our consumer with how much we think shipping rates would be on the PDP, or the product description page. And everybody thought that was a great idea. They put it on the site. They didn't run it through an experimentation process, and the conversion rate just went down, completely down, because people got cold feet before they even had a chance to add the product to the cart. We asked them to put it through an experimentation, even though the data was kind of clear, put it through an experimentation process, and it was dead-eyed clear that that was hindering their add to cart rate. Since they've taken it off, we've seen add to cart rates go back up just recently, and things are starting to turn around. But again, a good example of that experimentation process.
We did one recently, and it's interesting to see the difference between what your gut thinks versus the actual data. So if you've ordered from Calia, you'll see you buy flowers, and then we used to have, actually I think we still have because we went back, a separate page, like a whole separate page that made you choose your vases, your chocolate, like all the extra stuff, right? And why do we try and push all that stuff? Because we're trying to drive average order value, and average order value drives lifetime value, which gives our marketers more money to work with at the top of the funnel. And the hypothesis was that every click on our site reduces conversion rate. So, which I think is a pretty widely held philosophy. And so we said, look, it's 7 pages to go through to get a bouquet right now. Let's kill the add-ons page, integrate it with the bouquet page, and we'll get a 10% increase in conversion, or whatever it is, right? I don't